My tips for successfully publishing a book on Amazon. Number one, your book has got to look like it belongs there. If it doesn't, you appear like an amateur. Number two, your cover has to really fit in with the category of and genre of the book. Don't try to be too clever when it comes to your cover. Your cover needs to blend. Have a look at other covers that are selling really well on Amazon in the area that you want to publish, and really try to make your book look like that. Okay? Keep your creativity there, obviously, and don't copy completely, but don't try to be too smart. Otherwise, it looks like you really don't understand what your reader wants. Price. Don't underestimate the price. Don't try to have an inflated price when other books that are selling in that category are at much lower cost. Okay. It's a balance between, what you want the reader to pay for your book, and also if you're an unknown author, a reader is actually going taking a risk on whether they want to buy your book or not. And you don't want to make it a difficult decision whereby they have to decide, is it worth them taking a risk buying your book, or going with the cheaper book that they know that they will like because it has a lot of reviews out there. The design and the layout of the book. If somebody goes to the look inside feature of the book, will they see something that's formatted, that looks professional, that's laid out correctly? Particularly for Kindle books, often they can tend up to look quite amateurish if they're not done correctly. They have to be reflowable down to the device that the person is reading from. Keep that in mind. Also, another thing you need to consider is to make sure that your book actually title, subtitle, that it's actually going to be easy for the reader to know what the book is about. Obviously, some categories, for fiction books, you have a certain amount of artistic freedom. Try to keep a title a bit away from what's already selling really well out there. Your book will not compete. Okay. It's a balance between having your book interesting enough, not the title too long. The title needs to be short, snappy, and memorable. If it's a non-fiction book, the title of the book needs to portray what the book is about. And ideally, if you think it needs a subtitle, the subtitle title needs to be catching and appealing. The book categories, again, very important. When you're putting your book up on Amazon, you only get to choose 2 categories. And sometimes they may not be the categories you would pick for the books. If you think that there's other categories, you need to tell Amazon, but it's not enough to tell them to put them in a certain category. You need to find the full pathway of the category and send them that to the contact us on Amazon on your author dashboard. If you're not sure how to do it, have a look at another book that is in your category. At the bottom of the page, it actually shows you the best, it's selling sales rank, and it'll give you the category. If you click on that, it'll actually just show you the parent category and the different subcategories and the category it's in. And you need to copy that pathway coming down. Okay, so that's just something else that you need to know. And you can pick up to 10 categories. Only pick categories that are relevant. And if you drill down deep to the subcategory that's most applicable for your book, okay, there may be less books, competing books in the category, but your book also has a greater chance of being found. And also, those particular words in the category will be associated with your book for relevance. Relevance is really important. Try not to pick just a parent category or a main category, because your book will not be able to compete with other books that are best-selling in that. That's why you need to really, drill deep and go with subcategories for your book. Again, the opening and the closing of the book, particularly the opening, the look inside free sample that somebody can have. Is it compelling enough to make the reader want to read on and find out more? You really do need to really consider this, because if it doesn't sound interesting enough, or if it doesn't read very well or intriguing enough, people are actually going to judge the book by that small sample that they read. And even if it's unjustified, and even if your story really develops, or really if you know that you offer a lot of value in your book, if it's a non-fiction book, if you can't convey that in the opening pages, you really, you wasted a very good marketing opportunity there. So again, I suppose the keywords of the book then, what keywords are you filling in? Are they keywords that are actually being searched for the book, for if somebody's looking for a particular type of book. And don't just have words, because I know if I was even searching for a book, I'm not going to just type in one word. I'm actually going to type in what's called a keyword phrase, a relevant phrase that'll help me find something that's relevant to what I want to read. So again, you need to actually do some research and see, you know, what relevant keywords are going to be applicable for your book, and use those. Okay. And again, one other area that you can also find keywords is by looking at other books that are comparable to yours. And, you know, even though you won't see their hidden keywords, but you will get a good idea based on their description and also what people are saying about the book. Because sometimes it comes up with just keywords that are being used over and over again, and you can also use those. So that's just something I wanted to kind of point out. Again, your copywriting skills, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just have a look through the books that are selling really well. Have a look at the content, the book descriptions, and see how you can actually apply what they have applied for your own particular book. Because particularly if it's a best-selling author, chances are they've hired top copywriters. So again, don't copy, but just use their skills and actually just rewrite your description for your books. So I hope you enjoyed those tips on how to successfully publish your book on Amazon. Thank you.